Good morning, this is Joy again, and I am getting ready to make the barbecue pork and beef mix in the crock pot today for freezer cooking co-op. I just laid out all the ingredients. It's a lot of meat. Looking at the recipe here, it uses 1.5 pounds stewing meat and 1.5 pounds of pork. Luckily at Sam's, I already bought the stewing meat cubed up, so I don't have to cut that up. But the smallest package I could find was 3.76 pounds. And since I've already thawed this, we're going to try and make a double batch. I have a pretty big crock pot. Okay, and I have plenty of pork here. And this is going to be, if I make a double batch, that's enough to make 32 sandwiches. I may be able to divide this between 4 families and only have to do this once or twice. I usually do all my cooking for freezer co-op on one day, but since this is a crock pot meal I'm doing, it may take 2 days, we'll see. But what easier way to cook than to combine the crock pot and the freezer. Okay, I have got the beef already in the crock pot. As the recipe says to put in a little bit ahead of time because pork cooks faster. I've got the goop all mixed together. Now remember, this is a double batch, so I'm hoping all this fits in my crock pot recipe. And I chopped 1 onion, and I think that's all I'm gonna do. When the barbecue is all done, I'll be putting it in these Ziploc bags. I'm gonna use a quart size because this double recipe is making 32 sandwiches. In our group, we've agreed to make 4 to 6 servings for each family. So I'm going to give each family enough for about 8 sandwiches, but I'm going to divide it into 2 bags so that if it's a smaller family, they could have actually 2 meals out of it. And we tend to label ours like this in our group. You can use the computer, some people do that, but it always has the date, the name of the person it's going to, the title of the recipe, reheating instructions, and then the name of the person who made it at the bottom in case you have any questions. And Ziploc bags, you can find them at Sam's. We use Ziploc freezer bags, and we always use the Ziploc brand because it works the best. Alright, I finally got the pork all chopped up and put it in there. Put the goop in there. It's going to make it taste like barbecue. Alright, this is the finished product of the barbecue. And this is the second batch I made. The first batch, the meat was done and I took it out early. It was really hard to shred it. So this one I left in the entire 10 hours all day, and it shredded really easily.